All right, welcome back to Building Dad Bod 2.0. Yesterday was squat focused leg day. I tweaked my right hip about 6 weeks ago doing heavy deadlift singles, so been hitting lots of reverse squats. Today doing knee raises with a 15-pound kettlebell. Just sets of 20 for both legs. This helps me to strengthen up the hip flexor, but also just gets it warmed up before I get into my squats. Then did some banded mobility. Getting this right hip moving. All right, so the mobility work paid off. I was happy with my depth today. Now, I just finished voiceovering this entire video, all the squat footage, and realized that somehow I overcounted all my weights by 20 pounds. So I don't know what's up with me in counting lately, but I'm struggling hard. I got to go back and use a calculator every time and figure this crap out. But I've been using different bars every week. The SSB's 15 pounds heavier than this bar, so maybe that's what threw me off. I have no idea, but frustrated with myself, but I was still happy with the squat day, even though I thought I was doing 20 pounds more on every set. I was really happy with the depth this week, and overall happy with how everything moved. This is only my second week back doing low bar after having to take a break from squats for a few weeks when I injured that bicep tendon and shoulder area. So we're back using the buffalo bar. Won't be any straight bar for a while here. Last week was a real struggle. Everything was high. Wasn't close on depth on anything. So much better this week. Other than just getting a feel for low bar squats and feeling weight on my back again. I really wasn't happy with anything last week. So this week I feel like I'm moving back in a positive direction. I feel like I'm back on track to start moving towards that 405 here by the end of April. So we'll keep pushing. Buffalo bar is feeling really good. Anybody out there, I've had people ask me, like, buffalo bar compared to a straight bar, is it that much easier on the shoulder? And I would say it's substantially easier on the shoulder. I don't think I could do low bar squats at all with the straight bar right now with the way this shoulder and bicep tendon's feeling. But the buffalo bar, once I get set and get into position, I'm really not feeling it at all in the bicep tendon. So awesome, allows me to keep putting the work in. And we'll see how it feels on the day for the 1,100 pound total. Just a gym total. I really want it, but if I got to use the buffalo bar instead of the straight bar, I'm going to do that. I'm not risking another setback here. It's just not worth having these big setbacks. So I'm going to start cutting weight after the total, but I want to see if I can keep progressing my strength at the same time. All right, so 365 didn't move with a great amount of speed this week, but compared to my 375 last week, the depth was substantially better. Much happier that way. Now it gives me a working point here. So 365. Now we got to get basically 40 more pounds in the next 6 weeks or so to get it up to 405, which I think is doable. I was up to my best kind of clean rep was, I think, 381 before I injured my shoulder. I did hit a 290, but the depth wasn't there on that one. So we're on the right track. We're building in the right direction. Finished off with a set of 290 for 5. Of course, it was way better when I thought it was 310 for 5. I don't even know what's going on lately. I can't count. I can't freaking add weight. Thankfully, I check it when I edit so I don't embarrass myself. All right, so next up, we're playing with the sandbag, hitting some more posterior chain, making this hip work, making the glutes work. Trying to do everything I can to work out any weak points before this 1,100 pound total. I know 1,100 pounds isn't a huge total for a lot of people, but I'm pushing myself. The body's feeling it, but I'm loving it, making good progress. Strength is going up. Really enjoying it, having a good time. I've said this before, but after all the years of back trouble, not being able to work my legs, I'm just happy to be able to push my legs hard. And a lot of people dread working the legs, but I missed it so many years. I'm absolutely loving it. Might actually put some muscle on these legs one day. All right, so sandbag, I don't know, good mornings, RDLs, I don't know what you call them. Sandbag hinges, that's what we'll call them. 200 pound sandbag, 2 sets. I got 7 reps there. The next set I changed my grip a bit and got 8 reps, but the hardest part on those for me is actually hanging onto that sandbag. I can barely get my arms wrapped all the way around it. Got stubby little T-Rex arms, so it doesn't help on those. All right, after that, hitting the Nordics as always. Posterior chain accessory on squat day. 2 sets of 10 after doing the sandbag hinges. And actually, I'm always now trying to find some kind of posterior chain movement to do before the Nordics. Just because if I don't warm up, my hamstrings have been cramping on the Nordics. So whether it be some like a cable leg curl or those hinges, just to make the hamstrings work, then my hamstrings don't cramp up at all on the Nordic curls here. But if I go into them, like even after doing squats, obviously the squats are more quad and glute dominant movements. So I do the squats, go into the Nordics, my hamstrings will sometimes cramp up doing that. But if I hit something that directly hits the hamstrings a little bit more, just enough to warm them up, then I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about them cramping. And my knees actually hurt less after I'm warmed up on some other type of posterior chain movement too. Normally, if I go into it cold, my knees feel terrible for about the first 3 or 4 reps. All right, and then after the Nordics, went and did some heavy leg press. So we're doing higher reps on deadlift day. On squat day, we're just going for low reps. And the goal is to push up the max strength on these. The first heavy set was 765. Then we're hitting 825, which would be a PR for me. 825 for a double. Then 835 for a double. Then we were going to go, if that was all successful, then I was going to go for 850 for a single. See how that goes. Using real plates, of course, unlike Nomo. Some little Billy pointed out that Nomo uses fake plates, which absolutely cracks me up. Guarantee that guy making that comment isn't strong enough to load a 145-pound plate on the leg press, let alone the 22 it takes for Nomo to hit 1,000 pounds for 10 reps. All right, so here we go. Heaviest leg press of all time for me. 850 times 1. 850 times 1, you compare that to 1,000 times 10. Insane. But super happy to hit that. After that, doing hack squats. Dropped the weight this week, just 225. And what I'm doing is going down on these ones. No stretch reflex. Going down, pausing at the bottom. And then just driving up as hard as I can. Just 3 sets of 8 here. All right, last week I did 275 for more reps. I think I hit 10 reps, 9 reps, 8 reps, something like that. But I was doing them for a different purpose last week. Doing them to try to get some stretch reflex in there. This week we're doing them strictly to with the pause to try to drive as hard as I can from the bottom. Substantially harder exercise when you do the pause at the bottom and then drive up like that. All right, and then we finished up with accessories, which I'm going to put on triple speed here, but hit some razor curls, some weighted razor curls, then dropped the weights and went into body weight, reverse hypers, and then finished up with some leg curls, leg extensions. All super high rep accessories. I just love to finish the leg workout by hitting a ton of volume, pumping a ton of blood into the glutes, quads, and hamstrings. That's it for the workout. I feel like I'm back on track for squats now. Like I said, make progress towards that 405 again. We're going to move the speed day to Tuesday this week, and then the deadlift day to Thursday. We'll see how deadlift day goes. Hoping to make some progress there as well. End of April is going to be the 1,100 pound total attempt, so we're closing in fast. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day or a great night. Good night.